China is hungry. Hungry for growth. Hungry for power. Hungry for food.
Yum, yum, yum.
The average Chinese citizen today consumes double the calories of her peers 50 years ago. I know what you're thinking. So what? The changing appetite of one Chinese consumer might not seem like much, but multiply that by 1.4 billion, and our food landscape is about to be changed forever. Where's all this food coming from? I'm Wei Du, and I grew up in Chongqing, one of the biggest cities in China. Population 30 million. Each of these dots represents a restaurant. And to feed a city of this size, it takes a total 38,000 of them. Shanghai, smaller but choosier. For its 24 million people, require 41,000 eateries. And then there's Beijing, the Chinese capital. 22 million humans. Food outlets, 31,000. And growing. These are just 3 of China's biggest metropolises. To feed the country's 672 cities, it takes many, many times more. In this series, I discover what it takes to put food on China's table. Avocados. Packed with the vitamins, minerals, and the fiber you need. Many call it superfood, but I think of it first and foremost as a social media superstar. In Shanghai, though, this avocado restaurant is taking the social media aspect to a whole new level. Why 要搞得那么粉呢？
那么粉色呢，更加会让一些就是女孩子拍照、去打卡、去上传朋友圈。
Kiss Avocado is known as a 网红店 or internet celebrity shop, which means its marketing is entirely done through word of mouth online. The restaurant was started by Lin Yin and Cassie Fan. Customers come mainly for this seafood spaghetti soaked in tomato sauce and topped with avocado slices. But 其实我是觉得这个牛油果的那种很淡的味道已经被番茄汁压过了，所以这个是不是就是设计给？
对，就是不太喜欢
这个味道。
对，就是因为只是搭一搭，让它有一丝丝体验。
现在你觉得中国的消费者什么百分比是接受牛油果的？
全国我估计10%吧。
这个市场的潜力有多大？
这个是不可估量的。就是在10年之前吧，在牛油果的中国进口量可能就是只有非常少的量，但是隔了大概4、5年，它就是一个进口量的话，都是翻倍的。
You see, about 5 years ago, a fitness craze caught the country by storm. Now more and more people work out, tone up, and show off on social media, including what they eat to help burn fat and gain muscles. As recently as 2011, China imported just 1 avocado for every 117,000 people. But in 2018, it became 1 avocado for every 5 people. 现在家里一星期要吃多少牛油果？
一个月的话，大概是在30只左右吧。是因为
一个月
我们还有小孩子，宝宝是很小的时候，我们给他吃辅食就吃牛油果。
Until recently, though, buying 30 avocados a month would simply be too expensive. 10 years ago, an avocado the size of my fist coming from Mexico to China would cost $8 in no small part because there was a 40% tariff on the fruit. But that changed in 2014 when Chile started selling avocados to China. Because the country had a free trade agreement with Beijing, its fruit entered the market tariff-free. So now an avocado in China costs just about $2. And that's where I'm heading, to Chile, where as much as half of China's avocados come from. While China's craze for avocados only started in recent years, the Chilean love affair with the green food runs for much longer and deeper. That's one of the first things which struck American tour guide Colin Bennett when he settled in Santiago 10 years ago. They put avocados on a hot dog?
Yes. This is not a place where you can take like a little knife and put a slim little layer or something. I mean, it's a spoon. It's
Like
packed
pile
on
it
there.
on.
Yeah. And if you were, say, if you're running a sandwich shop here, and if they were to bring out an Italiano, one of these hot dogs, and they were just to put a little bit on there, I mean, it would be scandalous. People would put it on their Facebook, on their Twitter, be like, what if they gave me, you know?
This is the hot dog.
Yeah, so this is the Italiano.
That's mayonnaise.
Yeah, that's another thing that people love mayonnaise
See,
here
that's
too.
an interesting thing, right? Because in other countries, avocados are billed as this healthy superfood. And
Right.
here, boom, they put mayonnaise on top of it.
Right. The avocado's presence in this case was not health concern.
Let's try to tackle this.
Okay, no, this is very important. When you eat, the key is you don't want to squeeze it ever.
All right, no pressure at all. That sounds easy to manage. Okay? All right? Sorry. Okay, elegance is out of the window. Okay.
You're squeezing. You're squeezing. Look, you're squeezing.
So the typical Chilean family eats avocados twice a day?
Once or twice a day,
Once or
easily,
twice.
yeah. It depends a little bit
that
on the
adds
family.
up, though.
Yeah, no.
Right?
I mean, in my household, where my wife is the biggest consumer, and she's probably eating. I mean, I buy at least one per day. That's about more or less a kilo and a half a week.
Are these locally produced avocados?
Yeah, these are from Chile.
So these are 3,200 pesos per kilo.
So that is more or less $5.
What was it when you first moved here?
When I first moved here, it was 1,000 pesos a kilo.
Oh,
So that's
so that's-
more like $1.50.
So it's more than tripled. And why is that?
Well, like I said, some of the environmental concerns in the region with drought and climate, but while other people say it could be the demand in other markets.
So Colin tells me the price of avocados have tripled in the last 10 years. I want to find out, is China behind the price increase? I'm in Chile, the world's third largest producer of avocados. This is also where China gets as much as half of its avocados from. In the 4 years that Chile has been selling avocados to China, exports increased 35% a year. It's no wonder that this lucrative fruit has given rise to a new type of crime. Hi, Patricia?
Yeah, Wei.
Hi, I'm Wei. Patricia Votosola knows all about it. She's the editor of Campo, a farm supplement to Chile's biggest national newspaper, El Mercurio.
He said that 2 years before,
2 years ago.
the thief of avocado at national level means lost for $2 million.
So thieves stole $2 million worth of avocados in 1 year.
Yeah.
That's pretty good business for them.
Yeah. They come in the night, very quickly, come with cars, with sacks, take out the fruit of the trees, and put in their cars and sell it.
Crime, though, isn't the only problem for avocado growers in Chile. They also have to worry about water.
There are areas where there are not water. You must think that we are living a very, very hard drought the last 10 years in this country.
To see for myself how bad the water shortage is, Patricia recommends that I head north from Santiago.
I've come to Petorca, a major avocado producing region in Chile. The first thing you notice is really how dry it is. My lips keep cracking, and their natural vegetation seems to be just cactus and not much else.
Bringing me around to show me the problems with big avocado plantations is Rodrigo Mandeca, an activist fighting to protect access to water for local communities.
Este río, el río Ligua, desde el año 2004, aproximadamente hace 15 años, no tiene escurrimiento superficial. No hay agua en la caja del río.
So right here, there used to be a river.
Y eso es producto de la sobreexplotación de este río a propósito del modelo de negocio asociado a la producción de aguacate.
Petorca is hot in the day and mild at night, just the kind of climate avocados thrive in. But avocados need a lot of water. The amount of water it takes to produce just one avocado is enough to grow 3 oranges or 14 tomatoes.
Where have the plantations been getting their water?
El agua fundamentalmente proviene de napas subterráneas y eso también es un conflicto porque objetivamente hoy día las grandes plantaciones de palto extraen mucha más agua que el agua realmente o que el agua legalmente constituida. Que en Chile hoy día la mitad de las viviendas no tienen acceso a agua potable.
That's 380,000 people living in what the government calls a water emergency. This is an investigation published by Chile's Water Authority in 2011. It revealed at least 65 illegal underground channels taking water from the rivers to private plantations. The investigation led to criminal convictions of some big agribusinesses. But that wasn't enough to stop them from trying again.
Whoa. Okay. Am I doing something illegal? Trespassing? Oh.
Esto es lo ilegal. Esto es un río. Es un bien nacional de uso público y este cerco es ilegal. Y este cerco se hizo fundamentalmente para no observar lo que hay más adentro. O sea, estamos en la caja del río y tú en el río no puedes hacer pozos para extraer agua subterránea. Esto es completamente ilegal. No solamente este pozo.
All along the river.
Yes.
A lot of these things started happening way before China became a market. To what extent can we say this is a problem caused by China?
Hoy día hay algunos mercados como Dinamarca, por ejemplo, que han restringido la compra de aguacate a los grandes productores de palta de la provincia de Petorca, producto de esto, producto de que han dejado a nuestras comunidades sin agua. Sin duda, hoy día los voceros del agronegocio han señalado públicamente de que si el mercado en Europa se cierra para la compra de aguacates chilenos, van a ir a China.
Actually, that's already happening. Some importers in Europe are shying away from Praturka avocados. So now, some top producers in a region sell up to a third of their crop to China. That's a disproportionate share given that China only accounts for less than 10% of Chile's total avocado exports. As groundwater level continues to drop, the local government has resorted to trucking water to rural residents in Praturka.
You work for the municipal government. I don't understand. Is there nothing you guys can do about these plantations? Can you not stop them from drawing so much water?
La municipalidad no tiene como atribución la evaluación del impacto ambiental de la agricultura, sino que lo tiene un ministerio que no incluye la actividad agrícola como una actividad de alto impacto ambiental. Por lo tanto, estas actividades de agricultura no están siendo evaluadas ambientalmente.
To see how families have struggled with this dire lack of water, Chilean documentary filmmaker Rodrigo Fernandez is taking me to meet the Quiroz family. They've been living in the Praturka Valley for generations.
What was the most difficult thing living without access to constant water?
Terrible. Ver morir todo lo que teníamos. Fue terrible. Terrible ver morir nuestros arbolitos. Claro. Y lavarse con un poco de agua, saber bañarse con un poquito.
You're surrounded by avocado trees.
Sí, está rodeada de paltos. Allá al frente, acá, para arriba, para todas partes. Tienen derecho los paltos menos nosotros, los seres humanos, a ese extremo.
Where did you used to get your water?
Teníamos una vertiente a 4 kilómetros. Se te secó.
Can't you just dig a well to get water out now?
Pero no la tengo inscrita. Y inscribió su agua, es de él. Es de él. Yo creo que en la parte del mundo, la única parte del mundo que el agua se vendió como un dulce.
Do you want all of them to go?
Yo creo que sí.
Turns out in Chile, the right to draw water is treated like property. Once it's granted by the government, it cannot be taken away from the owner. With a drought depleting groundwater, the government now has no more rights to give. That's how villagers found themselves at the losing end of the market. It also doesn't help that plantations sometimes draw more water than they have rights for.
Obviously, Praturka's water problems began way before China started eating avocados. So in a way, it's really not our fault. But now we are a part of the problem, and just listening to how difficult life is for them, it does make you wonder, isn't there a better way?
I need answers. Unfortunately, I have an appointment with Cabil Fruit, the biggest avocado exporter in the Praturka region. Alan Viga is in charge of its orchards.
A lot of people are asking, why doesn't the government ensure people have drinking water before they ensure plantations can water avocado trees? Do you think that's a fair criticism?
No, obviously no. In Chile, the law don't discriminate between the use of your water.
But do you think the government should change the law?
Government they need to change the law. The government needs investment to secure water for the populations. People without water needs waters. Don't need love, needs waters. This area needs agriculture.
Yeah.
Agriculture is the mainly activity in this area. We have about 3,000 hectares.
3,000?
3,000 hectares, but we have only planting about 200 in the hills.
Okay, that's less than 10%.
Less than 10%.
Why?
Because don't have water for all the area.
What happened here?
We have 15 hectares in this part because the last year was with less rain than other years.
Why are they all painted white? It makes it look like a graveyard.
We paint the trees like a protect. You can wait for next year. What about the rain? To see if the next years have enough water, you can irrigate this plantation again and start the protections.
Okay.
That might be wishful thinking. So far in 2019, Chile has recorded its least rainfall in 60 years, prompting the government to declare an emergency. Yet Chile's avocado exports to China continues to rise rapidly. So while the developed world is waking up to its global footprint, the average Chinese consumer is playing catch up. But it seems some Chinese food producers may be a tiny step ahead. The Chinese middle class is growing, and they're eating less carbs, more proteins, and definitely whatever that's trendy. And it's difficult telling someone like me not to. But I've also seen how it's affecting other countries. While it can boost economies, our eating habits are also wrecking livelihoods and destroying nature. China may not have caused all the problems, but we're certainly part of it. We've been told for decades now that eating extravagantly is what the good life is about. So I wonder, is it time to set new ideals? I'm in the city of Guangzhou, the capital of Guangdong province. The people of the land, the Cantonese, are hands down China's most adventurous eaters. Crayfish, not native to China, came here as an infestation. Really bad decision on their part, because cooked in chili oil, it's absolutely delicious. As the saying goes, nothing in the sky escapes the Cantonese except for the plane, and nothing with 4 legs cannot be eaten except for the table. So just how weird can the food in Guangdong get? Well, I've come to Prosperous Kitchen, a traditional Cantonese restaurant, to find out. 那您这边最有特色的是什么菜呢？
那我要不来一些特殊的东西给你看一下。眼镜蛇，眼镜蛇，啊。还有手套才能拿。啊。因为它有毒。啊，不怕的，没事。
离我远一点。Okay, a little confession. I've eaten snakes before. We Chongqing folks are not above it either. But this dinner is about to get a whole lot stranger.
这个是什么？是个狗啊？也不是这是什么？
竹鼠，这个叫。
就是老鼠，但是吃竹子。
它是鼠科，但是不像我们大街上的那种老鼠啊。
哦，会咬人吗？
会咬人的。
会啊。
可惜吗？
I'm so sorry. Oh, that's sweet. The bamboo rat is native to South China and some neighboring countries, and in the wild feeds off fresh leaves and roots of the bamboo, often killing the plant. For that reason, the bamboo rat is traditionally treated as a farm pest. But here in Guangdong, the ethos goes, if you can't beat them, you eat them. And if we do this right, there might actually be an upside both for the consumer and the environment.
手还在那边。
是啊。
这道菜叫什么呢？
传统的叫法又叫蛇鼠一锅。
So the literal translation would be, the snake and the rat belong in the same pot. Literally, actually, just means a pot of the despicables.
Yeah.
这个菜有什么特别？
竹鼠呢是对皮肤啊、美颜啊这一块都有很大帮助。
Did he say it's good for your skin and helps to enhance your beauty? Cuteness be damned, I'm digging in.
广东人是最早是怎么开始吃竹鼠的？
其实吃竹鼠呢，已经有1000多年的历史了。
1000多年啊！
对，一直以来，那么历朝历代我们都属于南蛮之地嘛，因为这边还有在广东的北边还是山区比较多所以就对这个竹鼠啊、蛇啊，基本上都是在山上的嘛，所以
种地啊、养牛啊这种条件不特别好是。
对。
这个东西年轻人愿意吃吗？会不会觉得吓人？
这个的话，年轻人呢，从一开始可能接受度不高，但最近呢，网络把它给闯红了。
是个网红菜
是的，网红菜。现在那个特别是像那个华龙兄弟啊。
是啊，看看。
The Chinese Farm Brothers? It turns out they have 8 million followers online, all fans of the videos that they make of the bamboo rats the brothers raise on their farm. So there's actually a formula to their videos. It usually starts with one of them picking up a bamboo rat.
这个好像中暑了，我去跟他抢救一下。
And it always culminates in this one amazing declaration.
肯定没救了。
Let's grill it by the river. They've been doing this for a couple of years now, and each one of these videos, they're still getting a couple million views. I honestly can't tell you I understand why. I must pay the brothers a visit, and that means venturing deep into the Chinese countryside. We drove about 4 hours from Guangzhou to this village in Jiangxi province. This actually looks like quite a typical Chinese inland village. Not a lot of young people because they've left for coastal factories. Lots of abandoned houses. Turns out the Chinese farm brothers aren't actually brothers. Liu Suliang appears on camera and Hu Yueqing directs, shoots, and edits. The two went to middle school together.
这边就是养殖场。这个养殖场。
这是什么声音啊？
吃竹子的声音。哦。竹鼠就是吃竹子嘛，吃竹子的河流。
这一共养了多少
？1000多只。
These rats produce rapidly, with more than 10 offsprings a year. So no worries of us eating them into extinction. But I would think most people would be too squeamish to tuck in. So to market their unusual produce from their remote village, the duo had to resort to the internet. And to make rodent meat palatable, it actually takes quite a bit of ingenuity.
你看这个竹鼠，吃的又多，竹子要给它2片，它够吃。现在的那么瘦，吃的又多，没办法了，不如把它做成烤竹鼠。这个竹鼠杀好了，我们先腌一下，然后再拿到河边去直接烤。
你这个都自己养的，它们长得也挺可爱的，你舍得杀来吃啊？
舍得，因为这个就像养鸡养羊，不可能供它上大学，就是。
小时候你记得吃什么吗？你说就是条件比较艰苦。
小时候就是青菜呀跟米饭啊，但能吃得饱。
但是不怎么吃肉。
对，那肉是要过年过节才会吃。
In the winding hills of Jiangxi, finding flat land to rear cows or even pigs can be difficult. So mini livestock like bamboo rats are actually a much better fit. They also don't cost very much to rear, ecologically or financially.
这一片都是我们自家的，所以我们这竹子都是可以砍的。
哦，
这个。
哦，那其实饲料不花钱哈。
这个不花钱的。可以砍这个。
我来砍一个。
这个比较嫩。
哇，根本就没砍进去。
刀要斜。
啊，行了，这次进去了。
对。
断了。每天要多少根能喂饱啊？
这个要10几根呢。
哦，别砍了吧，今天。
不砍了。
就这样，今天给他们减个肥。长远的来讲，你觉得这个市场可以允许你们这个生意做到多大？
几万只都没问题了。
几万只？那是现在的几10倍哦。
目前这个整个市场几乎都处于供不应求状态。以后因为更多人认识了竹鼠，更多人知道竹鼠，他就想到要吃，所以说想到要吃一只，这样的订单都已经是不得了了。
The Farm Brothers started with 50 bamboo rats 5 years ago, and now they sell up to 1,000 a year. That's because these little furballs procreate a lot and they grow up fast. Newborns mature from 10 grams to 2 kilos in just 6 months. Imagine incorporating them into our diet on a grander scale, and our love of meat would be leaving a much smaller carbon footprint on a planet. Creative solutions like this are not just to be found on land, but also in water. In China, we like our fish. The word in Chinese rhymes with abundance, so it's never absent from the dining table, whatever celebration it might be. The global average for fish consumption is about 22 kilos a year. But in China, we eat almost double that. This is the Yangtze River. My home is just a couple hundred meters that way. And that thing, it's not a cruise boat. It's one of the biggest restaurants in Chongqing. And fittingly, its star dish is the fish. I've come to the Xinyuan Fishport restaurant. As the local tradition dictates, you don't eat the fish unless you've seen it swimming. In vast inland China, our options for fresh fish is limited to the freshwater varieties. Carp, barb, and catfish farmed nowadays in the muddy waters of our rivers and lakes. And to cover the muddy taste, in Chongqing, we flavor it generously with pickled veggies, red-hot chili pepper, or Sichuan peppercorn if running an electric current through your lips is your kind of thing. Even in the old times, fish was expensive, but families were willing to splurge because it was thought to have all sorts of medicinal values. One especially important in a culture that stresses academic performance.
When I was 2 years old, I fell out of the window from the second floor. And it was by the doctor's order I had to eat fish every day for a year to somehow rescue my damaged IQ. Did it work? Well, I did come in third place in the National College entrance exam in all of Chongqing.
Today, though, there's something on the table I'm not used to.
是生三文鱼哈，
三文鱼刺身，
刺身中餐馆都开始吃生鱼刺身了啊！
我爸爸妈妈他们每周都要买一次三文鱼刺身吃，说那个三文鱼里头说是预防老年痴呆，说是脑壳的润滑剂，它的那个油确实多好的。
那个的价格也晓得噻，还有一些嘛
比较高。
比较高的，如果宴请朋友啊，或者个人过节屋头办个席的话，算是比较上档次的一个菜了。
The salmon is not only served raw, it's also cut from dead fish. Another reason why the success it enjoys in China is that much more surprising. In 2017, China imported 38,000 tons of Atlantic salmon. In 2018, the figure already went up to 65,000. Some say the demand could hit 400,000 tons by 2025. That is, if exporters like Norway could keep up. But already 70% of the world's salmon supply is farmed. And the farming pollutes the water and threatens wild fish. Plus, the harvested fish needs to be shipped to China, leaving behind a massive carbon footprint. China has a coastline of 14,500 kilometers. I wonder, why can't we produce salmon if we really put our minds to it? Turns out, a team of marine biologists have already looked into it. Shandong local Dong Wei knows a thing or two about the project. He's asked me to join him for a boat ride. Where to? He didn't say.
有多远啊？
从这里出发大约110海里。
110海里是个什么概念？要走多久？
咱们这艘船大约是要走12个小时。
We're gonna be on this boat for 12 hours one way, so round trip 24 hours. That pretty much means that we're gonna eat, sleep, eat again on this boat, and if we're not lucky, we're gonna sleep again on this boat. 那走吧。
Farming fish near shore has a long history in China, which is why I don't understand why we have to go so far. While the traditional practice of fish farming comes with its own problems, one of which is especially pronounced in the Yellow Sea.
About 20 nautical miles offshore, but the water is still full of seaweed, and that's
that's not a good thing. It's a sign that the water is rich in nutrients that aren't supposed to be here. So it's basically polluted.
Time check. It's not even 3:30. That's why I'm wearing glasses. But I think we're here.
In the middle of the ocean, this strange-looking structure is what Dongwei has taken me to see. Named Deep Blue Number 1, it's the biggest cage in the world built to farm salmon.
这海上的东西吧，没有参照物，看不出来这个网箱有多大。它其实有多大呀？
它的周长是180米，
周长180。
从最底部的结构到上面那个顶部的结构，不包含那个中心的立柱，高度大约是35米。
现在咱们看到这个没有35米啊，是不是下去很多了吗？已经。
对，咱们现在网箱已经沉下去1多半了。
哦。
Dongwei actually works for the company that operates Deep Blue Number 1, and we caught it just when they're lowering it onto the ocean bed. Once it's in place, the salmon fry will be fed into the cage. But why does it have to be all the way out here?
只有这片海域，往下走一点，下面全是凉水。 所以咱们在这儿养冷水鱼是非常非常合适的。三文鱼只能在咱们国家的冷水潭存活。
这个水温有多少？
这个水温现在表面温度大约是22度，往下15米左右就变成18度了。 OK 了啊！
这网箱上来之后是觉得是真稳啊哈！这个网箱本来自己自重有多重？
咱们这个网箱自重大约是1400吨。
那这个东西造价得有多高啊？
深蓝1号从制造，包括安装，总共费用大约是1.2亿。
1.2亿，哦呦，接近2000万美元的样子。 今年放多少鱼苗下去打算？
今年我们打算放30万尾三文鱼。
哎呦，都长成了，多重？
大约是1500吨。
1500吨呐！
对呀，它1500吨听起来还是蛮庞大的一个数字，但是跟咱们国家的每年的三文鱼的进口量相比，还是小巫见大巫。
To show me how the cage actually works, the man in charge has invited me to the control ship nearby.
这个网箱呢，它是一个全潜式的养殖装备，它具备这种升降的功能。当这个表层的温度过高的时候啊，不适合这个三文鱼生长了，我们可以通过这个下降功能让它做底，让它用下面的冷水进行养殖。
哦，所以它还是有一个浮动范围的。
对对对。
这个浮动范围有多大？
是56米的水深，我们可以全都做下去。
The cage is built by China's submarine company, and it pretty much works like a sub. The whole thing took more than half a year to construct.
来一条，捞一条起来，咱看一下有多大。哇！这个，
哎呦！
哎，我看一下，哎呦，哎呀！
好好好，
这很沉了已经。
对对对，
这个就大概就1公斤。
这不得，这得3斤3。
Let's freeze for a second and look closely at the little fellow in my hands. See that line going through its body? Well, salmon doesn't have that, so it's actually a close cousin called steelhead trout. Unlike salmon, the fish can spawn multiple times in its life, making it far more sustainable. In China, it's allowed to be marketed as salmon. But having so many fish in one cage makes me worried. The high concentration of fish excrement often becomes nutrients for algae. That's why I saw so much of it from the fish farms near shore. But an algae bloom smothers plants and animals beneath the surface.
这个30万尾鱼养在一块儿，它们都会排泄，排泄出来对水质有影响吗？在这个海域里面？
我们这里面你再放上很多网箱，它的污染排泄物啊，通过海水的自净能力都给它消化掉的。
这是为什么呢？
这是外海它通过那个海水的洋流，就会把这个排泄物给它带出去，分解到海水里面去了。
您刚才说到放几百个网箱都没有问题，最后您这边的目标是什么？是要完全取代中国的三文鱼进口吗？
而且还有一部分出口量，但我们不能说完全把国外的全部给截断啊。
但是您是觉得在量上完全可以？
对。
Do I necessarily believe that? I don't know really. The task is daunting, but as the popular Chinese saying goes, 梦想还是要有的，万一实现了呢？ It's good to have dreams just in case one comes true. And feeding China has created dreams and nightmares all over the world. Dreams of a better life for durian farmers and cherry billionaires. Nightmares for Amazonian tribes and the rural communities living without water in Chile. If there ever is a dream worth having, it would be to feed China's growing appetite, to fulfill the aspirations of 1.4 billion people who want to eat and live better without exacting a terrible toll on a planet.